One of which will be rescheduled for Monday evening at 5:30 p.m., and that will be up against USC Aiken. But we'll talk about that later on. This afternoon, we have Clayton State, which is, for all practical purposes, third in the Peach Belt Conference, coming in with a record of 6-2. The Patriots are 0-5, 0-4 in the Peach Belt Conference. We're about 3 minutes away from getting this one started. Let's take a look at our starting lineups this afternoon. First of all, for the Lakers of Clayton State, we're going to have number 1, Audrey McElhaney. We've got number 2, Jada Francois Lubin. Number 4, Carrie Watson. Number 22, Jessica May. And rounding out the starting 5, a 5'7" sophomore guard coming in from Conyers, Georgia. Number 24, Janice Poole. The head coach of Clayton State is Kalina Coleman. She's in her 6th season and has this team poised to get to the Peach Belt Conference playoffs with that 6-2 record. Remember, only the top 4 teams in this abbreviated season will be going to the Peach Belt Conference tournament. So that's a big game for them this afternoon. Patriots trying to get a win for the first time this season, so it's also a very big game for us as well. We've got a lot of basketball coming down the stretch with some of these rescheduled ball games. Now let's take a look at that starting lineup for our Patriots. They're going to come in, again, 0-4 in the Peach Belt Conference. Starting at point guard, a 5'6" senior from Brooklyn, New York. That's going to be number 5, Abigail Bullock. Also at guard, a 5'5" freshman from Goose Creek, South Carolina. Number 13, Ania Oliver. We've also got a sophomore forward at 6'1" from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. That's going to be number 20, Jasmine Stanley. A 5'7" sophomore guard from Rock Hill, South Carolina. Number 21, Scarlett Gilmore. And rounding out our starting 5, the 6-foot freshman forward from Blythewood, South Carolina, number 32, Lauren Taylor. The head coach of the Patriots is Jerry Porter. She's in her 6th season. The assistant coaches are Jonette Walker in her 3rd season, Victoria Dye in her 2nd season. Carrying on from last season, Kiana Adderton is the Patriots' leading scorer. She's averaging just over 14 points per ball game. We've got a couple of players averaging in double digits. The freshman Lauren Taylor, she's averaging 12 points. And another freshman, Miss Oliver, she's averaging just over 10 points in her own right. So a couple of double-digit average scores on the season for the Patriots. Adderton does a lot of work inside and outside. She's shooting 3-pointers at about a 39% clip this season. And we can hear the announcer in the stadium. He's about to do starting lineups in his own right. Let's take a look at some of the other things going around Francis Marion. First of all, once again, the FMU Patriot basketball team, the women, will play host to USC Aiken on Monday evening at 5:30 p.m. There will be no men's contest on that night. Both teams will they will entertain Lander University on Saturday, February 13th. That's a week from today, beginning with the women's game at 1:30 p.m. Francis Marion spring athletic season will be very busy. Baseball, softball, tennis, golf, track, and soccer will all start their seasons in February. And we just got an update on the softball score for the Patriots just a moment ago. They lost by a score of 3-4, and they'll be starting that second game of the doubleheader in just a few minutes. And so we might get some updates on that. Also, I was just out there about an hour and a half ago at the Dr. Eddie Floyd Tennis Center where both the men's and women's tennis teams are competing right now in a big tournament that includes Coker, Mount Olive, and a couple of other schools from around our area. The Patriot baseball team will open its season at home on Saturday, February 13th at 4 p.m. against Georgia College. The two squads will then play a doubleheader on Sunday, February 14th, beginning at 1 p.m. It's been quite some time since the women for the Patriots have taken the floor in a competitive environment. We've got those weird things going on this particular season and around the country, but I know they're excited to get back on the floor today and see if they can't break out of that winless.
South Carolina, number 13,
They've only played a few ball games, but I know they're looking for this first win.
Number 20, Jasmine Stanley.
A lot of new looks here for the Patriots. Kiata Adderton is a scratch for this afternoon, so the Patriots' leading scorer will not be on the floor.
Number 32, Lauren Taylor.
So we'll see who's going to pick up the slack for that scoring. The Patriots come in. They're wearing their traditional home whites. They've got red numbers, blue letters, blue and red piping, stripes down the side. Clayton State's got their away dark blues on with orange trim. Coach Porter's having a couple of last second words here with the ladies before we take it to the court. In the middle, we'll see Jasmine Stanley jumping up against Audrey McElhaney. Officials are having some last-second giggles with Coach Porter. And we're about to get things started here. The ball's up, and the Patriots collect it. Oliver. She has it deep on the left wing. She says there's something wrong with the basketball. Something is strange, so they're taking one basketball away, and they're going to select another one. Coach Porter has it. I could see a little bit of concern on the face of the Patriots when Oliver was trying to run the offense. But we have things going on right now. Man-to-man defense by the Lakers. Oliver has to take a desperation shot as the defense kind of had the Patriots stifled there just a little bit. Couldn't get into any flow of their offense. And the Lakers come back the other way. Watson kicks it over to the left wing. Top of the key, Patriots, they're in man-to-man defense as well. Watson recollects. Baseline over to Lubin. Lubin takes the mid-range jumper, no good, but corralled by McElhaney. She puts up the shot, no good, but it goes off of one of the Patriots, and it will stay with the Lakers. Poole will inbound. I'm sorry, that's not Poole. That is Lubin. She'll inbound from underneath her own basket. She tried to get it inside. She does. Bounces around. Lubin, three, left side. Off the glass, and it's good.
Number 3, Jada Francois Lubin.
So, Lubin with the glass three-pointer. Nice defense by the Lakers. They trapped Oliver on the sideline. They're lucky to maintain possession. 20 on the shot clock. Oliver will inbound the ball. They tried to get it inside to Taylor, and we're going to have the first foul of the ball game will be on number 22, Jessica May. That's going to be her first personal foul, team's first.
Substitution for the Lakers.
We're going to see our first substitution, number 30, Grace Kabundi, will check in. Oliver on the baseline, pulls it back out to the wing. Tries to cross over and duck underneath.
Fouls on the Lakers, number 4.
That's going to be another foul on the Lakers, number 4, Carrie Watson.
Checking in for the Lakers, number 11.
And she'll come out of the ball game, and number 11, Jada Waite, comes in for the Lakers. Oliver, once again, she'll inbound under her own basket. And a good-looking move by Gilmore. She gets the ball blocked. Oliver takes it out to about 16 feet and knocks down the jumper on the wing. So a nice inbounds pass. Gilmore got the shot blocked, but Oliver was right there to steal it away from the Laker defender and knock down the mid-range jumper, cutting the lead to 1. Three-pointer deep on the right wing, buried by number 11, Jada Waite. Full court pressure now applied. Almost caused a turnover last possession. And Oliver gets her pocket picked. Waite comes in and knocks down the layup off the turnover. Another looks like turnover, and it is. Lubin got in the passing lane. Lakers get it inside. Missed the first shot, but offensive rebound by McElhaney, and she gets fouled on the way up. She'll go to the line and shoot a pair.
Substitution for the Patriots, number 11, Taylor Simmons.
We're going to see number 11, Taylor Simmons, check in for the Patriots. She's a 5'4" senior guard from Atlanta, Georgia.
Brown. At the line, number 1, Audrey McElhaney.
So McElhaney is a 58% free throw shooter. She bounces the first one in off the front iron. And the Lakers now up by 7. And the second free throw is up and good. 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. That go round for that young lady. Simmons now will be running the point for the Patriots. The quick hands of these Lakers defenders have gotten in passing lanes, and there's another steal. This one is McElhaney, and she gets the easy basket. And the Patriots now down by double digits with only 3 minutes gone here, or less than 3 minutes gone here in this first quarter of play. So Coach Porter hops up, calls the timeout. She wants to get things set back up. That's going to take us to our first media timeout. Patriots down by 10. We'll be back in just a moment. This is the Patriots Sports Network. Back inside to Oliver. Oh, teardrop off the glass, no good, and we're going to have a no foul, just ball out of bounds, goes to the Lakers. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. Waite works on Johnson. McElhaney picks up the screen, goes in strong, and finishes.
Basket by number 1, Audrey McElhaney.
Stanley got picked off. Nice play that time, and McElhaney just drove down that left side. No problem. The Patriots have been much better in this ballgame once they settled in and didn't turn the ball over. Inside nicely to Bree White, and she finishes. 4 seconds. And almost a nice three-pointer finish by Kevanika Brown. Off the back iron, no good, but the Patriots, down by as many as 10, cut it to 6 at the end of this first quarter of play. We'll be back in just a moment. This is the Patriots Sports Network.
The Swan Fox Club is a fundraising arm of the Francis Marion University Athletic Department, and it supplies assistance to all 14 intercollegiate sports. On behalf of the student athletes at Francis Marion, I would like to thank all those who are members of the Swan Fox Club for their support.
Thank you.
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 Here we are back at the Smith Center on the lovely campus of Francis Marion University, home of the Patriots. The Patriots down by 6, but really did a good job of keeping their heads. They got a little shell shock early on in the game, couldn't get set up in their half-court offense, and the tenacious defense by the Lakers was really giving them problems. But when they settled in, they really started to battle back. A lot of good inside work by Simmons, interestingly enough, but also Lauren Taylor and Bree White. The Lakers have possession. Francois Lubin had a foot on the line, but a deep shot, another turnover, and we're going to see a steal. Lakers pull it back out, and a drain three-pointer by number 5, Tamia Swanson. So, what a huge swing. A 5-point swing with the turnovers there. Stanley for 3. She's short, and we have a jump ball that should be Patriots possession.
Substitution for the Lakers, number 22, Jessica May.
Jessica May checks back in for the Lakers. Patriots will inbound underneath their own basket. Oliver has it. Gets it to Gilmore. Gilmore drives in, kicks it back out. Taylor just inside the three-point line, and a beautiful shot. She drills it.
Lauren Taylor.
Patriots had just faced their largest deficit on that basket turnover three-pointer. 5-point swing, and now they've cut it back within 10. Oliver. We're going to have a foul away from the ball on number 5 as she pushed Bullock. So Swanson picks up her first personal foul, first team foul in this second quarter. Again, that defense giving the Patriots a little bit of trouble, and once again, another turnover. McElhaney gets it inside, can't get it to go down, and number 20, Jasmine Stanley for the Patriots comes away with the board. Gilmore goes baseline, and she gets fouled with the body away from the basket. That's going to be Jada Francois-Lubin, her first personal foul, team second early on. About a minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Gilmore goes inside, and she gets fouled over the top by number 3, Jada Francois-Lubin. So she picks up another personal foul quickly here, and that's going to put Scarlett Gilmore on the line for a pair of free throws. Francois-Lubin will come out, and we'll see number 24 check back in, Janice Poole.
For the Patriots, number 21, Scarlett Gilmore.
Gilmore, a 67% free throw shooter, softly puts the first one in. And she's 2 for 2 from the charity stripe on that trip. Patriots back within 7. And McElhaney ducked her head, was trying to do a trade-off, and she just drove right through Oliver. And there's a warning on Kalina Coleman, the head coach for the Lakers. They're still having a discussion. Gilmore drives through traffic. She's got somebody trailing her. She finally kicks it over to Taylor, and the Patriots can set up their offense. Even when the Lakers defense doesn't create a turnover, they really push the shot clock before the Patriots can get into their offensive set. Stutter step. Oliver ducks her shoulder, goes in strong, and finishes with the right hand. And the Patriots only down by 5 here. Swanson drove inside down that left lane, lost it off her leg, and the Patriots, the beneficiaries of that turnover. And the defensive pressure amping up by the Lakers. Oliver gets it across the timeline, and the Patriots do a good job of breaking the pressure that time. High screen. Oliver drives in once again, and I believe there's a turnover.
Lakers, number 23, Evanita Brown.
So the Lakers have possession. Oliver tried to make that same strong move down the right side, and the Lakers took it away. High screen. Stanley gets picked off, and we have another moving screen. And that one's going to be on number 22, Jessica May. I thought she was planted, and Stanley had just got caught up in her legs. But the official saw it the other way to the benefit of the Patriots. That's going to get Grace Kabundi off the deck, and Bullock gets it over to Taylor. Patriots are always a little ragtag trying to beat that vicious Laker defense. The pressure. Taylor gets it inside. She moves up and under, kicks it back out though, and that's going to be another turnover. The Lakers get it inside, can't finish, and Stanley comes away with the defensive rebound. And we have a carry on Oliver. A little bit of a scoring drought for both teams right now. It's been a while. Watson, turnaround jumper, no good. Ball's knocked about and goes out of bounds off of one of the Lakers, and the Patriots will have possession. Bree White, number 33, checks back in as Stanley will get a little bit of a breather now. Taylor to inbound the ball. She gets it to Bullock. She works on Swanson, gets it across the timeline. And now Oliver, deep on the right wing. 15 on the shot clock. Taylor. Bullock for three, left side. Off the front iron, no good. Taylor tracks it down. Gilmore. She thought about a three. She went baseline, gets it up and in. Knocks it down from 5 feet on that right block. So Gilmore cuts the lead to 3 with 5:46 left in the first half. Top of the key, Brown gets it over to Swanson. Swanson picks up the high screen. She takes the 17-footer, side iron, no good. Taylor with the board. Gets it to Bullock. And the Patriots get it across the timeline. Oliver resets. Patriots can pull within one or tie with this three-pointer. It rattles around, no good. Taylor tried to get the offensive rebound, but knocked away and collected by the Lakers. Watson will walk it up the floor for Clayton State. Off the foot as McElhaney put it a little too low into the legs of Kabundi. And that's going to take us to a media timeout here with the Patriots. A little bit of a run here. Cut this lead down to 3. They have the ball when we come back down by 3. This is the Patriots Sports Network. Welcome back to the Smith Center.
Club members, be aware that the Stinsman Hospitality Room will be open at halftime.
Once again, remember the FMU women's basketball team will play host to USC Aiken on Monday evening at 5:30 p.m. There won't be a men's game that day, but both teams will be back home again against Lander University on Saturday, February the 13th, with the women's game starting at 1:30 p.m. So the Patriots now have possession down by 3. This will be their second opportunity to cut into that 3-point lead. Simmons back in the ballgame for the Patriots. She gets it quickly across the center court stripe, and the Patriots are into their offense. Oliver has it. Bree, top of the key. Inside, a little too heavy on the entry pass, goes over Taylor's head, and the Lakers come away with the steal. Crossover, nice move inside, and we're going to have a blocking foul.
Fouls on the Patriots, number 21.
That'll be number 21, Scarlett Gilmore. I didn't think they could call it on Taylor. She was just planted right there on that right block. They get inside McElhaney. She finishes strongly, and we have a Simmons got her bell rung a little bit somewhere. But she shakes it off. She's back there running the point. She's done a pretty decent job ball handling. And we're going to see some free throws here as it's away from the ball, but that's going to be on number 23, Kevanika Brown. It's going to be her first personal foul, and that's going to put Gilmore on the line to shoot a pair of free throws. Lakers have already put the Patriots into the bonus with 4:11 left to go in this quarter, going into halftime. Gilmore cuts the lead to 4, knocking down the first one. Second one's up and good, and so the Patriots back to 3. Lakers driving strong. They lose the ball out of bounds. Nice defense by Oliver, causing the turnover, and Brown lost it. Patriots once again can cut into this 3-point lead. Let's see if they can. Third time is the charm for them. Simmons gets herself trapped in, but splits the defense, and Oliver has it now. High screen by Taylor. White. They get it into Taylor. She spins, goes up strong with the right hand, lost the handle on it, and the Lakers pushing the issue. Ball's on the deck. Brown has it, and she's going to call a timeout and save the possession. So a great heads-up play that time by Oliver as she got the turnover and maintained the turnover.
30 seconds.
That's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. A couple of other announcements just to remind you that the Francis Marion spring athletic season will be very busy. Baseball, softball, tennis, golf, track, and soccer teams will all start their seasons in February. And volleyball will begin its delayed season in March. The tennis team is playing in the City of Florence Invitational today and tomorrow at the Dr. Eddie Floyd Florence Tennis Center. And the Patriot golf team is hosting the Reigns Intercollegiate Tournament today and tomorrow at the Country Club of South Carolina. We're back. Well, let's see if the fourth chimes the charm for the Patriots. Scarlett Gilmore drives down. She's going to get double teamed. She gets away from it, goes up strong with the right hand. Taylor got the offensive rebound, but it was stolen away by the Lakers. McElhaney ran out with it, and then wisely, not having the numbers, pulled it back out, and the Lakers slow it down and reset. Wait. 10 on the shot clock now. And Simmons picks the ball away. And she goes up strong, and finally, on the fifth opportunity, the Patriots do score on the lovely pickpocket by Simmons and finish. Patriots down by 1, 2:43 to go in the first half. Wait, gets it over to McElhaney. She goes down that right side, and Bree White ties her up. That's her signature move, that left-handed 1 pound down the lane, and she does a good job of jamming that ball off the glass. Bree White disrupted that and put McElhaney on the line. We're going to see another substitution come in for the Patriots. Number 23, Cameron Johnson, back in. And McElhaney knocks down the first free throw. Second free throw's up and good. So she's 4 of 4 from the charity stripe this afternoon. And another turnover goes to the Lakers. They push it. Get McElhaney too strong. And the Patriots looking for a foul in there. And Waite gets the basket. Patriots now back down by 5. Simmons tries to pick up the high screen. She gets it, goes inside, high off the glass, and rattles it down.
Basket by number 11, Taylor Simmons.
Coach Porter still trying to lobby her case with the official. Lakers slow it down. Audrey McElhaney has it. She goes down the right side this time. Goes in strong. Patriots can't collect the defensive glass. Three-pointer put up. Back iron, no good. And Wade gets the rebound. T-drop, and it goes in. So
11, Jada Wade.
I believe there was a warning for kicking the ball
Substitution
after
for the Lakers, number 5, Tamia Swanson. In for the Patriots, number 20.
So we're going to see
Stanley.
Jasmine Stanley check back into the ball game. Also Swanson for the Lakers. Patriots down by 5. Just over a minute to go in the first half. Stanley, top of the key. She takes the jumper off the front iron, no good. And we're going to have a hold on the floor. That's number 24,
Fouls on the Lakers,
Janice
number
Poole.
24, Janice Poole.
And that's going to put Cameron Jordan on the line. So Poole with the wraparound hold.
Patriots, number 23, Cameron Johnson.
We're trying to decide whether or not that was a player control foul. If it's just a regular foul, it should be Cameron Johnson on the line to shoot a pair. We'll see what happens here. They're discussing it. And so they are going to give a couple of free throws. Johnson's only been to the free throw once this season. She knocked it down, and she knocks down her second one, so she's still batting 1,000 from the charity stripe, and she got the Patriots within 4 points here with 2 micro ticks under 60 seconds to go. McElhaney, who's been a force for Clayton State today, number 1, gives it up. A deep 3 right side, back iron, no good. Ball bounces around, and Bree White comes away with it for the Patriots. 10 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Johnson drives through some serious defense. She got to the rack, got fouled, and she'll go back to the line to shoot a pair.
At the line for the Patriots, number 23, Cameron Johnson.
So Johnson has an opportunity to do some more damage from the free throw line and puts one off the back iron, no good. So the Patriots still down by 3. Only 1 second, 1.3 seconds to be exact, separate the new shot clock and the game clock. And Cameron knocks down her second free throw. McElhaney works on Stanley, picks up the high screen. They switch. McElhaney goes in, too strong, and Jasmine comes away with the board for the Patriots. Oliver has it with the shot clock off. And there's just too much body that time by number 14, Praise Russell. She was riding Oliver just a little bit too much, and the official called that one. So with 10 seconds to go in the first half, the Patriots have the opportunity to tie the game up from the free throw line. And Oliver knocks down the first one. Patriots down by 1. That's the lowest deficit they've seen since about the first minute of the ball game. Second free throw's up. She rattles it home. Patriots tie the score up with 10 seconds to go. Let's see what the Lakers do. Patriots putting a little bit of full court pressure on. Wait, gets by. And we're going to have a blocking foul as Cameron Johnson just took the ball in the noggin. As she was trying to draw the charge, she did a little bit too much shift over. So we've got right at about 4 seconds to go. And we'll see number 11, Jada Waite, who shoots about 70% from the free throw line. She'll see if she can't break this tie. Has a couple of opportunities to do so. That's only the first foul on Cameron Johnson, only 3 team fouls, and she buries the first free throw. 4 seconds is plenty of time to get down the floor and get a decent shot off for the Patriots. And so Oliver has it now. She crosses over, takes a long shot, off the back iron, no good. But down by 10 points, not even 3 minutes into this ball game, the Patriots did a great job of battling back, tying it just a moment ago, but losing that tie, only being down by 2 points at halftime, is pretty darn special after the way this game started on. So really good tenacity shown by the Patriots in that first half of play. So only down by 2. It's basically anybody's ball game when we come back in the second half. We're going to take a break right now and see if we can't corral up some statistics, and I'll get back to you as soon as we can. Patriots down by 2, 34-36 is our score against the Lakers. This is the Patriots Sports Network.
The Swan Fox Club is the fundraising arm of the Francis Marion University Athletic Department, and it supplies assistance to all 14 intercollegiate sports. On behalf of the student athletes at Francis Marion, I would like to thank all those who are members of the Swan Fox Club for their support.
Thank you.
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 Choosing a college isn't easy. There are lots of choices to make and so many variables to consider. How do you know when you've found just the right place? The right college will make you feel at home, and that begins with a sense of place. At Francis Marion University, we have a beautiful campus that's safe, well-maintained, and filled with smiling faces. It's the kind of place where you feel you belong, where you wake up in the morning and know that the day ahead will be one you'll savor and enjoy. Now, that doesn't mean life at FMU is easy. There will be challenges. Hard work is expected. We take our academics seriously. You should too. Earning one of our degrees is a real achievement. But some toil, some time invested in a difficult task, that's okay. That's how you grow, how you become someone. FMU is a comprehensive public university, and when it comes to academics, our students have a wide range of choices. We offer more than 75 majors and courses of study. Our professional schools in healthcare, engineering, business, and education are all well known and respected across the state. At the same time, the arts and the sciences remain the core of what we do. They are the perfect foundation for a successful career and a meaningful life. Programs are important, and we'll continue to work to produce new curriculum that meets the needs of our changing world. But we also know that a great education is less about what is taught and more about who is doing the teaching. FMU's faculty is made up of distinguished scholars and renowned researchers. They're experts in their field and expert teachers too. They love the give and take of the classroom and revel in the progress their students make. In FMU's intimate academic environment, where small classes are the norm, you'll get to know a lot of these dedicated men and women. Some you will remember forever. The academic work and its rewards are why you are here. But there will be a time and place for play, too. We have more than 60 different student organizations and field teams in 14 NCAA sports. A robust schedule of extracurriculars is a big part of each semester. You'll find space here for rest and relaxation. You'll make new friends and build relationships that last a lifetime. And then, almost as quickly as it all began, it will be over. You will graduate and move on to a life and career full of promise. You'll leave memories behind. You'll leave FMU, but you'll be welcome back anytime. Home is like that, you know. Welcome home. Welcome to FMU.
Hi everybody, I'm John Sweeney, Francis Marion class of 2009. This university means a lot to me. The people that I met and the experiences I had here, I cherish to this day. Over the next couple of minutes, I want to take you on a tour of this university that means so much to me. I want to show you my university. The first thing I'll mention, and I imagine it's the first thing you'd notice, is that Francis Marion is a beautiful place. It's just outside the city of Florence, but the university is not in the city. It's in a rural setting. It's pretty, peaceful, and safe. FMU's main campus is carved out of some 400 acres of former farms and forests in a delightfully natural way. We're under a canopy of mature trees. Thousands of native plants were cultivated to form an attractive landscape that FMU students pass through every day. The campus is beautiful year-round, but the azaleas are particularly amazing in the spring. It's a beautiful place to visit, but it's an even better place to go to school. And you are here to go to school, to learn, and grow as a person. That will happen here at FMU. Now, we have some terrific laboratory and classroom spaces. Come on, let's go take a look. This is Founders Hall, our main classroom building. I spent a lot of time here. McNair and Leatherman are home to the sciences. I didn't spend a lot of time here. Nope, not here either. Now this looks familiar. Welcome to the Hyman Fine Arts Building. A new Honors Center is currently under construction on campus, and in the past few years, FMU has built an impressive presence in downtown Florence. This new campus includes the FMU Performing Arts Center, the Carter Center for Health Sciences, University Place, and coming soon, the Leatherman Medical Complex. And in the near future, we'll begin work on a freshwater ecology lab not far from the main campus. We've even got planetariums and simulation labs. But academics here are about more than buildings. They're about community, about people. You form bonds with classmates and professors, and the classes are great. Our professors are experts in their fields, and they love to be in the classroom. You'll learn a lot about the major you choose. You'll hear more about that later. And you'll learn a lot about life. Francis Marion is an interesting place with a diverse student population. We have older students who are coming back to study for their second career, and lots of hard-working students with jobs both on and off campus, which means there are some commuters here. but many of our students live right here in our residence halls, which means we have a rich on-campus environment. The Forest Villas are modern apartments with nice amenities. But a lot of upperclassmen love the Village Apartments, Francis Marion's original student housing. They're conveniently located to campus, the outdoor pool is right next door, and they have recently been remodeled and upgraded. An assortment of eateries, snack bars, and coffee shops provide needed fuel. The Smith University Center, the largest building on campus, is a great place to hang out and blow off a little steam. Our 60-plus student organizations add to the mix by hosting a wide range of events throughout the year. Everything from FMU's Got Talent to the President's Bowl Quiz Tournament to First Friday and the annual student competitions at Arts International. It is a good thing they didn't have these when I was here. I wouldn't have ever left. Athletics plays an important role here at Francis Marion. We've got great facilities like Griffin Athletic Complex and lots of successful teams. FMU athletes have won 5 national championships in just 50 years, and we've produced dozens of legendary players. Our athletes come from across the country and around the globe. They add to the flavor of the student body. Athletes are always among our very best students. We think that's the way it should be. By the way, the very first game on this field pitted Francis Marion against the defending national champions from the University of South Carolina. Wonder who won that game? Oh yeah, I remember. Well, that's a quick look around campus. I didn't get a chance to show you everything, and we didn't talk about everything. Like this guy, our namesake, General Francis Marion. But hopefully I gave you an idea of what a wonderful place FMU is and how much it means to alumni like me. This place is special. It's my university. Maybe you'll make it yours.
Let me paint you a picture. All of the graduates, all of the faculty, all of the administration, all of the Board of Trustees is decked out in their regalia. Their black robes, their hats, their gold tassels. It's just a most beautiful picture of a very formal kind of occasion. And here we march into the gymnasium, and the music is playing, and the gym is packed. And as we come in, and as you look up at all those people, you see families, huge families. You see not just mama and daddy and 2 brothers and a sister, but there's grandmama and granddaddy, there's the aunt and the uncle, they're the cousins, they're the next door neighbors. And you know why all those people are there? Because this is the very first one, the very first graduate. And I can guarantee you that when you go to that graduation, you leave with a tear in your eye. Because it's so, so special.
Welcome back here to the Smith Center on the lovely campus of Francis Marion University, home of the Patriots. Patriots are down by 2 at halftime to this really feisty and energetic and athletic Laker squad. Patriots did a great job of scraping back from a double-digit deficit, as many as 11 points, to actually tie the ball game with 10 seconds to go in the first half, and a couple of free throws broke that tie, taking Clayton State into the locker room with the lead. But let's see how we got here. First of all, Clayton State got those 36 points. They were 13 of 35 from the floor, shooting under 40%, 37% from the floor. Not a great shooting percentage there, but they did, however, knock down 4 three-pointers. They were 4 of 8 from distance, so 50% from the three-point line, and there's basically your lead right there. The Patriots were 7 of 13 from the floor in the first frame, about 54%, then cooled off a little bit in the second, 5 of 12, 42% from the floor, but overall they are 12 of 25 from the floor, 48%. Normally with that type of shooting percentage, you'd expect them to have a lead. Let me give you a couple of statistics where the Patriots are having some issues right now. It's those turnovers. The Patriots have 15 turnovers in the first half, and fortunately for the Patriots, Clayton State has 13 points off of turnovers. The Lakers have scored 19 points off of those 15 Patriot turnovers. Patriots only 8 points on those 13 Laker turnovers. So that defense has really caused some problems for the Patriots. But on the defensive end of their own, the Patriots are doing a pretty good job of not giving any freebies to Clayton State, except possibly some in transition off of those turnovers, but doing a great job of standing their ground on the interior, making some shots a little bit difficult for the Lakers, hence contributing to them only being 13 of 35 from the floor, shooting under 40% for the game. Leading scorer for the Patriots with 8 total points is Taylor Simmons, a lot of that coming from the free throw line. Another place where the Patriots did a lot of damage, especially in that second frame. They were 10 of 11 from the free throw line. Not shabby at all at 90%, but you can't get any better than Clayton State. They were 6 of 6 from the free throw line in that first half. Second in scoring for the Patriots with 6 points is Lauren Taylor, doing some good work inside, and a couple of players, Scarlett Gilmore and Anya Oliver, both have 6 points for the Patriots. Leading the way for Clayton State with 12 points and leading all scores is Audrey McElhaney, and right behind her with 11 is Jada Waite. And here we go. Second half action underway. Bullock. Patriots have another little tricky time getting through that press, but do. And Gilmore has it. She drives down the left side, kicks out. Bullock. Oliver, backdoor cut. Swanson, I'm sorry. That was Jasmine Stanley. A lovely cut without the basketball. Gilmore found her, and she got the hoop and the harm, so the Patriots can actually take the lead here for the first time in the ballgame. And Stanley knocks it down. Patriots now up by 1, 37-36. 19 seconds gone in the second half. They go inside. Too strong. Solid defense that time by Taylor, forcing Kabundi to take a pretty heavy shot there. Gilmore, Bullock has it. Bullock drives in, loses the ball, stripped away, and the Lakers come away with it. In and out, no good, and Taylor finally comes away with the rebound, but it's going to be tied up by McElhaney. So good defensive board by Taylor, but another good play with the hands for the Lakers, and they maintain possession. Inside drive, no good, bounces right back to number 24, Poole.
Basket by number 24, Janice Poole.
And so Poole gives the Lakers back the lead. Gilmore. Oliver now deep on the right wing, inside. Taylor, she backs in, goes up strong with the right hand, too strong. Gets her own rebound, though. Goes up once again and finishes. So Taylor picks up her 9th point. Almost a backcourt there. Drive inside, but there's going to be a reach. I believe that's going to be on Scarlett Gilmore. We'll see what the official calls. No, they're going to say that's going to be on number 5, Abigail Bullock.
Fouls on the Patriots, number 5, Abigail Bullock.
That's her first personal foul, the team's first here in this third quarter. Lakers will inbound the ball underneath their own basket. They get it in and reset the offense with Watson. Strong shot, no good. Taylor comes away with a rebound. Nice drive that time by McElhaney, but just a little too heavy with the right hand. Ball almost stolen away. You've got to admire the way that the Lakers play defense. It is flat out 100% all the time. And I'm not sure what Bullock was thinking on that inbounds pass. Sent it right to one of the Lakers. And another turnover goes to Clayton State. They're going to call Scarlett Gilmore with a body foul.
Number 21, Scarlett Gilmore.
30 feet from the basket.
Fouls on the Patriots, number 5, Abigail.
Okay. So Coach Porter has now been warned. I don't think she was really disputing the call. She was just trying to do some coaching and yell to the team, interior no good, and Taylor with a strong rebound. The Patriots are pushing it back the other way. Oliver has it. She crosses over, gets inside, and they're going to wave off the basket. Foul on the floor. And this official is going to make the point with no hands on the body. I have absolutely no problem with the call. It's interesting that it's coming out in the second half dramatically, but as long as he calls it both ways, I'm perfectly happy with it. I think that actually benefits the Patriots. A strong move, Taylor, no good. Ball's on the deck. And we're going to have a travel as one of the Lakers fell down. She's wincing a little bit. I'm not sure who that is. That's going to be number 4, Carrie Watson.
Substitution for the Lakers, number 5.
We're going to see number 5, Tamia Swanson, check back in for the Lakers. And finally, the Patriots get the ball in. Gilmore almost loses it. Scarlett drives inside, kicks out to Taylor. Taylor knocks down the mid-range jumper. So Lauren Taylor with another fine shot from 14 feet. Ball's on the deck. Almost lost it, but Francois Lubin corralled it, and the Lakers reset their offense. Backdoor cut, kicked away by Stanley. They're going to put 20 seconds back on the shot clock. I'll take that defensive play any day of the week on the kick ball. If that backdoor cut had connected, that would have been an easy 2-point opportunity for the Lakers. So Stanley probably saved a pair of points there. Ball goes up, no good. Stanley comes away with a rebound, and the Patriots can build on this 3-point lead. The ball's knocked away and stolen away by number 5, Swanson. Swanson goes up strong, draws the foul. She hits the deck. She'll go to the line to shoot a pair.
Fouls on the Patriots, number 32, Lauren Taylor.
Another fantastic defensive play by the Lakers.
At the line for the Lakers.
So Taylor picks up her second personal foul. That's going to be the team's 4th. That's a critical foul now, because Clayton State will be in the bonus shooting free throws on every other foul with only 6 minutes and 49 seconds left in this first quarter. That's a lot of time. They have an opportunity to possibly shoot quite a few free throws here. Second free throw's up and good. And the Patriots' lead's cut to 1. Taylor, the high screen. Gets double teamed. And we're going to have a jump ball that will stay with the Patriots. So the Patriots a little bit lucky to keep possession as they dribbled right into a double team off the screen. Taylor has it on the elbow. Gilmore for 3, left side, short, no good. And the Lakers pull inside, no good. And we're going to have a foul over the back on number 1, Audrey McElhaney.
On the Lakers, number 1, Audrey McElhaney.
Gilmore gets double team, gets through, dribbles through, should have the numbers, but they pull it back out. They go inside. Taylor. She goes up strong with the left hand. She gets the hoop and the harm. As Francois Lubin tried to make the steal, she wasn't there in time. I believe she's going to pick up the foul. And Taylor, who's been a force here in this third quarter, she'll go to the line to see if she can add to this 3-point Patriots lead and pick up 3 the old-fashioned way. And that's Francois Lubin's third personal foul. The Lakers now have 4 team fouls as well, so both squads will be shooting the double bonus on the next fouls. And Taylor can't knock down the free throw, but the Patriots still have a 3-point lead.
For the basket.
And now, going the other way, Taylor Simmons picks up the foul, and we'll see if Gary Watson, who knocked down the runner, can get through the old-fashioned way and tie this ball game up. Free throws up, it rattles around and goes in. So this game is tied at 43. Oliver gets knocked off the ball, and Lakers go inside. They kick it back out, and another turnover by the Patriots. A step back jumper, no good by Swanson. And the Patriots easily get the ball up the floor. They go over the top. Taylor has it, and she finishes inside. Great entry pass that time by Oliver. Right over the top of the defender. When Taylor had it that deep, it was an easy put away. Swanson goes inside, gets the ball knocked away. It's on the floor, and guess what? The Patriots come away with it. Oliver has it. Good defensive play that time by Stanley. And once again, Taylor got the ball on the inside, gets fouled, and she goes to the line. It is a chance for an old-timey three-point play, as Taylor has really asserted herself. I'm not sure how she got that wide open. She actually had to scream for the ball. She was wide open underneath, finally got it, had the ball stripped away a little bit, corralled it, and got it back up on the rim after being fouled. And boy, she scored a bunch of points here in this third quarter. We'll be back with a free throw. This is the Patriot Sports Network. Well, we have had some absolutely extraordinary interior play by Lauren Taylor for the Patriots. She has put the Patriots on her back offensively in this third period and has really willed her way in. This is her second opportunity in as many possessions to get a basket and a bonus. Patriots have a 4-point lead, their largest lead of the ball game. Let's see if she can add to that here. Rattled out on her last free throw attempt.
Resets the game at the line for the Patriots, number 32, Lauren Taylor.
So Taylor now leads all scorers with 17 points. And she knocks it down. 18 points for Lauren Taylor, and the Patriots with a 5-point lead. Taylor, with only 7 points at halftime, now has 11 just here in this third quarter. Backdoor cut. They go inside. Wade gets it knocked away. And another turnover benefits the Patriots. Oliver has it. White, top of the key. Gilmore. She goes inside. Taylor kicks it out. I thought Oliver might go for the three. She goes up with a teardrop, and she knocks it down. So Oliver with a nice drive and the floater that goes in off the glass. 50-43 is our score. Simmons. Gets called for the foul.
Those are the Patriots, number 11, Taylor Simmons.
So Simmons picks up her third personal foul.
Number 5, Tamia Swanson. And 23, Kevanika Brown.
Number 5, Tamia Swanson. And number 23, Kevanika Brown, check in for the Lakers. For the Patriots, we're going to see number 23, Cameron Johnson once again. Couple of free throws now for the Lakers. First one in and out, no good. So Watson can't convert on the first of the double bonus. She's a 56% free throw shooter this season. Second free throw's up, and it rattles around, and that one goes down. We're going to see some more substitutions. Abigail Bullock checks in for the Patriots, and number 11, Jada Waite, back in for the Lakers.
Abigail Bullock.
So the Lakers have pulled back a little bit of the full court pressure. They're not trapping out of it, but they have gone into a zone defense here to try to take away Lauren Taylor. White skip pass goes over to Oliver. Good close down. Oliver goes down the right side. Gets the ball knocked away by number 24, Janice Poole. We've got 5 seconds on the shot clock, and Cameron Johnson inbound the ball. She gets it in. Even though the fans were screaming the shot clock the whole time, the Patriots didn't really get a shot off. So the Lakers can cut into the 6-point lead. Wade has it. Lakers are slowing down this offensive possession. Three-pointer, right side, no good. Rattles around, and Taylor comes away with a big rebound for the Patriots. Johnson tried to skip it out to Bullock. And a great defensive play by Lauren Taylor on the transition. So she's doing it at both ends of the floor, offensively, defensively, rebounding, and she is going to get a little bit of a rest here with 2:52 to go in the third period. A well-deserved one as Stanley checked back in for the Patriots. Jada Waite picks up the screen. They go inside, no good. Oliver sets up the offense for the Patriots. She picks up the screen from White. Takes the three. Shotzi, she knocks it down. A big three-pointer by Oliver. And the Patriots with a 9-point lead. Teardrop, nice shot that time by the Lakers. Brown hit the deck, and she was holding her knee or her ankle. I couldn't see that, but she's obviously in some pain. The trainer for the Lakers is going to come out. She just hit a nice runner to bring the Lakers back within 7. Oh, she's up off the deck, and she's not putting any weight on that right foot right now, so hopefully that young lady will be okay. They'll get her to a chair over there and be able to analyze what might be going on a little bit more. So obviously it looks like she'll be coming out of the ballgame. Let's see what head coach Coleman, who they come out with. Looks like it's going to be Audrey McElhaney that'll come back onto the floor. So we're back in action. 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Johnson deep on the left wing. She's looking inside. Bullock. Skip pass. Oliver for three. Straight up. Off the back iron. It was dead on line. Just a little bit too strong. Johnson thought she was playing some pretty good defense. They're going to call the foul on Cameron, though. That's her second. And we're also going to see some more free throws. So Watson, she's a 36% free throw shooter. She puts up the first one, and it goes off the side iron, no good. She sets up, second free throw's up, and she buries it. Patriots up by 6. Johnson. Again, the press by the Lakers. They get through it. Well, we have 15 on the shot clock. Oliver deep on the right wing. White off the glass from the elbow. And we'll take that. Thank you, sir. 55-47 is our score now. Watson works on Oliver. Watson. Good defense that time by the Patriots to avoid a 5-second call. Coach Coleman called a timeout to maintain the possession. And that's going to take us to a media timeout. The Patriots are up by 8 points. We've got a minute to go in this third quarter. We'll be back in just a moment. This is the Patriots Sports Network.
The Swan Fox Club is a fundraising arm of the Francis Marion University Athletic Department, and it supplies assistance to all 14 intercollegiate sports. On behalf of the student athletes at Francis Marion, I would like to thank all those who are members of the Swan Fox Club for their support.
Thank you.
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 Well, the Patriots, who had been down by 11 points early in the first quarter in this ball game, and it looked like the Lakers were just going to be able to impose all kinds of will on them from a defensive standpoint. The Patriots still haven't been turning the ball over, but their own defensive prowess and their ability to do some serious work on the interior, led mainly by Lauren Taylor, have got them an 8-point lead on this strong Laker squad. Abigail Bullock is going to get called for the foul. And she gets called for a technical as well. That's not what the Patriots needed.
Fouls of the Patriots, number 5, Abigail Bullock.
So Bullock picks up her third personal foul. We're going to see multiple free throws here. A couple from, and that ball rattled all over the place and went down. And the second free throw's up and rattles that one home as well. So 2 for 2. Abigail Bullock is going to go to the bench. She needs to cool her jets a little bit, cost her club on that particular go-around. And she picked up her fourth personal foul because of the technical. And there's a 4-point swing for the Patriots, against the Patriots, and still possession for the Lakers. So with 58 seconds to go in this third quarter, this was a pivotal moment in the game. We'll see how the Patriots respond and see if they can't get a defensive stop here. Almost a 5-second call. Wait, drives down the right side. She goes in strong, way too strong. Tried to draw some body contact, didn't get it. Johnson gets it over to Oliver, and the Patriots set up. 20 seconds separate the shot clock and the game clock. Under a minute to go here. 10 on the shot clock now. Oliver, skip pass over to Johnson. She gets it inside to White. White goes up and gets fouled by Grace Kabundi, and that's going to put Bree White on the line to shoot a pair. The shot clock was running down, and White was falling out of bounds and really got bailed out on that one.
And the line of the Patriots, number 33, Brianna White.
First free throw's up and good that time by Brianna White. Second free throw attempt coming here. And she buries it. So Patriots back up by 6. Shot clock is off. 23 seconds to go here in this third quarter. Watson has it. She works on Gilmore. Watson goes in strong, gets the ball knocked away. The Lakers try to save it, but they can't. It's a turnover, and the Patriots will have possession with just under 8 seconds to go in the third quarter. Oliver drives in, gets it to the free throw line, and rattles one in. And so what a great finish to the third quarter, and what a magnificent overall third quarter, minus one little mental jar there a few moments ago. But the Patriots played an extremely strong third quarter, and they're up by 8. We'll see what happens in this fourth quarter of play when we come back. This is the Patriots Sports Network. Patriots with a huge third quarter. Came into the quarter down by 2, now up by 8. A 10-point swing. Scoring 25 points in that quarter. Lakers drive in. Stanley is going to get called for the foul. She just couldn't catch up defensively and draped an arm across her. And that'll put Tamia Swanson back on the line for the Lakers. First free throw's up, back iron, no good. (59-51) is our score. Big third quarter. A lot of it on the shoulders of Lauren Taylor, with Oliver chipping in some as well with a big three-pointer and that little teardrop from the free throw line to end that third quarter of play. We're going to have a hand check foul on number 3, Jada Francois Lubin. That's going to be her 4th personal foul. She's going to come out, and we're going to see McElhaney back in for, that was a little bit of a tough call that time on Jada. Oliver now, deep on the right wing. Johnson gets it back out to Oliver. Oliver with 5 on the shot clock. She drives down the right side, goes up strong with the right hand, no good. Stanley comes away with the offensive board and the turnaround soft right hand by Jasmine Stanley. Extends that Patriot lead to 9 points. Drive inside. Swanson with a nice drive. And Stanley picks up her 2nd personal foul in as many possessions.
At the line for the Lakers, number 5, Tamia Swanson.
Swanson, a 78% free throw shooter. Soft touch there, knocks it in. Second free throw's up, rattles in and out. I thought that ball was down, and it just popped right back out. Patriots still up by 8. Gilmore, right baseline. She goes baseline. Kicks it back outside. Johnson goes up strong with the right hand. She's going in line to shoot a pair. That's going to be on number 11, Jada Waite. That's her 2nd personal foul, team's 2nd. Both clubs with 2 team fouls. And Cameron Johnson gets her first free throw attempt of the fourth period. She knocks it down. And she knocks down the 2nd one. She's a very good free throw shooter. A crossover step back, no good. Waite comes away with a rebound, but loses it. I'm sorry, that was Russell that lost it, and the Patriots come away with it with a 10-point lead. And Oliver got tied up trying to figure out where to throw the ball, and she did travel.
Substitution for the Patriots, number 11, Taylor Simmons.
We're going to see number 11, Taylor Simmons, check back into the ball game for the Patriots. And Jada Waite gets called for the carry, much to the delight of the Francis Marion faithful, few as they are here today because of the rules we have, but they've been calling for that all day long and finally get the call. Oliver trying to figure out a way to get it inside. And Simmons with a lackluster pass turns the ball over, trying to force it inside to Taylor. Under 8 minutes to go in this ball game now. Patriots applying a little bit of pressure, then back off. Jada Waite between the circles. McElhaney from the free throw line rattles it home. A very nice shot that time by the southpaw. Gilmore goes down the right side, gets underneath the basket, tried to get it over to Simmons. And Patriots will maintain possession. Good hustle play by Waite, just couldn't find the leg of one of the Patriots or one of her teammates to pass it into. Looks like we're going to have a 30-second timeout.
30-second timeout.
Called by our coach, Porter. That'll give me an opportunity to spout a little bit of news from around the campus here. The Patriots softball, it opened this season against Mount Olive. We talked a little bit about that. They dropped the first one by 1 run, 3-4 in the opener. They were up 2-0 in the 4th inning just a moment ago when we got an update. The FMU men's and women's soccer teams will play at home on Monday, February 15th, and the men will entertain North Georgia at 3:30 p.m., the women hosting UNC Pembroke at 6 p.m. The Patriot baseball team will open its season at home on Saturday, February 13th at 4 p.m. against Georgia College. The two squads will then play a doubleheader on Sunday, February 14th, beginning at 1 p.m. Come on out and watch our Patriots play that baseball game. It should be a really, really interesting series with Georgia College coming in ranked 8th in the area. So that's a very good squad they've got coming in. Patriot Nation, be proud and wear red, white, and blue. Support your Patriots and visit the Francis Marion Patriots online store at www.fmupatriotsshop.com to get all of your Patriots gear. Also, you can keep up with all Patriot sports action online at www.fmupatriots.com and through social media at FMU Sports. On social media posts, FMU fans are encouraged to use the hashtag Swamp'em. Okay, so the Patriots, up by 8 points, have possession. Oliver will inbound the ball. She gets it to Simmons, and we're back in play. Under 7.5 to go in this ball game. Oliver deep on the left wing. She gets double team. Simmons. And we finally get the shot off, and it rattles around, no good. Stanley tried to come up with the offensive board. And we'll see the Lakers set up their offense. Wait. McElhaney drives down, and they're going to call a block on Stanley. Just a little bit slow on getting the position. So that's going to put Audrey McElhaney on the line for Clayton State. She's a 58% free throw shooter. She buries the first one. And the second free throw is good as well. So McElhaney has 16 points for the Lakers. Gilmore goes inside, and she gets called for the charge. So the Patriots need to take notes on how to do that, get into that position and stay there without moving around. The Patriots have had some good position, but for inexplicable reasons have felt like they need to readjust as the player comes in and end up getting the blocking call instead of the charge. McElhaney goes in, kicks it outside, wide open three-pointer, left wing, no good. And some good work inside by the interior players of the Lakers.
Number 32, Lauren Taylor.
Lauren Taylor picks up her third personal foul.
Checking in for the Patriots, number 33, Brianna White.
Brianna White back in for the Patriots. Stanley will
At the line for the Lakers,
head toward the bench.
number 22, Jessica May.
Jessica May will shoot a pair of free throws. She's a 58% free throw shooter, but she knocks down the first one as well. Second free throw's up, rattles it home and good. So 4 free throws in a row have cut the Patriots' lead down to 4 points. Oliver now. See if the Patriots can get a good offensive possession without running to the end of the shot clock. Taylor skips it over. Gilmore. She drives in. Back to Taylor. 3. Top of the key. Shotzi. And Lauren Taylor knocks down the 3. Only the second three-pointer of the ballgame for the Patriots, but a big one at a big time for Lauren Taylor, obviously leading all scorers with 21 points, having a big night here for the Patriots. And there is a travel. Good call. As Jessica May tried to make a move down that left lane, she skipped. And the Patriots can extend the 7-point lead. Simmons gets it over the timeline, picks up the dribble, but Oliver's right there. Taylor, left side. Drive in. Gilmore goes up strong. She finishes. A lot of body contact, no call, and the Lakers are streaking back the other way. Jada Waite is taking it inside against Taylor. Not a very good idea. She doesn't draw iron on that one, but the Patriots can't corral the defensive glass, kick it out of bounds, and it will stay with the Lakers. 24 on the shot clock. Patriots with the 9-point lead after that big basket by Scarlett Gilmore. High off the glass. Wait, wide open for 3. Back iron, no good. Simmons has it. She holds it up. And Oliver is going to walk this ball up the floor for the Patriots. Cruising into 5 minutes, and we have a reach-in foul by Tamia Swanson.
The Lakers, number 5, Tamia Swanson.
So that's her second personal foul, the team's third. The Patriots already have 5 team fouls, so Lakers are shooting free throws the rest of the way with 5:11 to go in this one. Gilmore has it, left wing, getting harassed. Taylor for 3, left side, too strong. And the Lakers come back the other way. Wait, gets it knocked away by Oliver. Oliver reacted like she thought she got all ball, but we're going to see Wade on the line to shoot a pair.
And the line for the Lakers, number 11, Jada Waite.
And she knocks down her first one. Jada, a very good free throw shooter, over 70%. Under 5 to go now. Ball rattles around and is good.
Let's go, White. Let's go. Pay attention. Pay attention. Lean into it. Lean into it. Don't lean away from her. Don't lean away from her.
Gilmore puts it on the floor. Gets it inside, and we're going to have a foul.
Fouls on the Lakers, number 11, Jada Waite.
That's going to be on Jada Waite, her third personal foul, the team's fourth. So everybody will be shooting free throws on the next fouls. Gilmore gets it inside, kicks it back out. Simmons pumps. Gilmore gets it inside and finishes. Scarlett Gilmore with a nice position. Good look by Taylor Simmons on the pump fake. And Simmons is going to get called for the body foul.
Number 11, Taylor Simmons.
So that's going to be Simmons' fourth personal foul. It looks like we're going to have a timeout called by head coach Coleman of the Lakers. We'll see. It's a full timeout, so we'll pause. The Lakers have some free throws. When we come back, the Patriots have a 9-point lead. 4:29 to go in this one. This is the Patriot Sports Network.
The Swan Fox Club is a fundraising arm of the Francis Marion University Athletic Department, and it supplies assistance to all 14 intercollegiate sports. On behalf of the student athletes at Francis Marion, I would like to thank all those who are members of the Swan Fox Club for their support.
Thank you.
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 Back here at the Smith Center, we have 4 minutes, 29 seconds to go in this ball game. The Patriots are up by 9 points. Well, we have a couple of free throws here by the Lakers. Number 5, Tamia Swanson. Another good free throw shooter, not the one you want to put on the line, almost 80%. And she drains the first one, nothing but net. So let's see if the Patriots can hold off this extremely athletic and scrappy Laker squad here. Lead's cut to 7. Some pressure now applied by Scarlett. Is going to shoot some free throws. And there's going to be a foul on Jessica May, number 22.
Fouls on the Lakers, number 22, Jessica May.
That's going to be Jessica's 4th personal foul, as the fouls are starting to rack up on both squads. At this juncture, I really wouldn't want it to become a free throw shooting contest with 4:25 to go in the ball game. But if that is the case, I like the Patriots' odds. Very good free throw shooting ball club.
You should have known that, Coach.
And along to the Patriots, number 20.
A little moisture on the floor. We got that up, and so we're going to see Scarlett Gilmore go to the line. And she softly puts the first one down. Gilmore. Her second free throw is up. She's got 12 points, quietly having a very solid game on both the offensive and defensive sides of the ball is Scarlett Gilmore. High screen. They get it inside. Nice run play that time. Waite drove nicely into the paint, drew the defenders, and nice feed over to Jessica, who easily puts it in. Scarlett, deep on the left wing, drives in, gets it down to Taylor, underneath all by her lonesome. How did the Lakers lose her? And Taylor picks up another pair. Patriots up by 9. And a powerful move that time by Swanson. And that was a big basket for the Lakers. 7-point lead for the Patriots. Oliver was thinking about a three. She's going deep into the shot clock. She drives inside, kicks it out, and we're going to have another charge called on Oliver as she ducks her head. That could be sometimes the problem when you go deep into the shot clock and you try to force the issue because you feel the time pressure. We'll see Audrey McElhaney back in for the Lakers. On the floor for the Patriots, just under 3 to go, we're going to see Scarlett Gilmore, Bree White, Taylor Simmons, Lauren Taylor, and Oliver. McElhaney hands the ball off, gets stolen away. Scarlett Gilmore, she goes in and couldn't get it to go down. And Bree White tried to tie her up. She thought it was a held ball. She's going to get called for the foul. And so what looked like it was going to be 2 points for the Patriots turns into 2 free throws for the Lakers. That was a tough miss by Scarlett Gilmore. That ball was rattled in and out, and even though the Patriots had numbers, it went straight to one of the Lakers, and Bree White fouled her. So McElhaney is going to get 2 free throws, and she softly buries the first one. Patriots lead down to 6 with 2:39 to go in this ball game. And the second free throw is good. Patriots with a 5-point lead. Coming into about 2.5. Stolen away almost by McElhaney. But it went right back to Oliver, fortunately for the Patriots. Gilmore gets called for the travel. Patriots might have tried to slow things down a little bit too early in this ball game. Couple of bad possessions by the Patriots. And ball was knocked out of bounds. It will stay with the Lakers, 14 on the shot clock. 2:05 on the game clock. Patriots clinging now to this 5-point lead. Waite backs it out. She looks for the high screen. Waite gets inside, spins, goes up, and what a nice shot on a extremely fast spin move by Jada Waite. Gilmore gets the ball knocked away, gets it back. Simmons now drives inside, goes up strong with the right hand, draws nothing. And again, the Patriots with another bad possession, up by 3. And they're going to call a foul, and I'm not sure who that foul is going to be on. Maybe Oliver?
Number 13,
Anaya Oliver gets called with her 4th personal foul. And again, we're going to see some Lakers on the line. Looks like we have a timeout called.
Clayton State. 30 seconds.
It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. The Patriots need to get back into their offensive flow. They started to milk the clock, and what they've done is just really given themselves a bunch of bad offensive possessions. And with both teams shooting free throws right now, the Lakers have done a huge amount of damage from the free throw line just in the last 2 minutes. The Patriots do have a 3-point lead with 1:25 to go in this ball game, but it's tenuous at best with, once again, the Lakers going to the line to shoot a pair. One of their best free throw shooters, Tamia Swanson, will be on the line with an opportunity to cut this lead down to 1. Just a moment ago, the Patriots had a 9-point lead, and have just stymied themselves. First free throw's up and good. Patriots with a 2-point lead. Minute 25 to go. We're going to see Jasmine Stanley check in. Second free throw's up and good.
Substitution for the Patriots, number 20, Jasmine Stanley.
So Jasmine's in and Brianna White will check out. The Patriots with this 1-point lead. Full court pressure once again. Taylor Simmons dribbles it off her foot and a turnover goes to the Lakers. And the Patriot implosion continues. Wade drives inside, gets the ball stolen away. Another big play by Lauren Taylor. Oliver. Simmons gets it over. Gilmore for three, and we'll have a foul on the interior. So again, no points, and that one's going to be on number 11, I believe. If that is, that's Taylor Simmons.
The Patriots, number 11, Taylor Simmons.
That'll be her 5th personal foul. So Simmons is out. We're going to see Cameron Johnson back in. We're under a minute to go. Patriots still with that 1-point lead. Wait, drives inside, goes up and under, and scores. So the Lakers have the lead now. The Patriots. Johnson looks. 15 seconds separate the shot clock and the game clock. Gilmore gets it in. Taylor from the right elbow. Rattles in and out. No good. And Stanley fights for the ball. Can't get it. And we're going to have a timeout by the Lakers. With 20 seconds to go in the ball game, the Patriots now find themselves down by 1. Lakers have the ball. Let's see if the Patriots foul immediately on the inbounds.
Timeout.
So it's a 30-second timeout. Once again, we'll keep it right here. The FMU women's basketball team will play host to UNC Aiken on Monday evening at 5:30 p.m. There will be no men's contest on that evening. Both teams will entertain Lander University next Saturday, February 13th, beginning with the women's game at 1:30 p.m. The Patriots baseball team will open its season at home on Saturday, February 13th. Again, that's next weekend at 4 p.m. against Georgia College. The two squads will then play a doubleheader on Sunday, February 14th, beginning at 1 p.m. So a big day of sports action next weekend, Saturday and Sunday here at FMU. Well, let's see what Coach Porter is dialing up for us. We've got full court pressure. They go over the top, and Waite has it and gets fouled. So they went over the top. Waite gets it. And we'll see a couple of free throws coming. Brianna White will check back out. We're going to see Oliver back in. Waite, 70% free throw shooter, with just under 20 seconds to go.
The line for the Lakers, number 11, Jada Waite.
She can extend this Laker lead to 3 points with a couple of makes here. First one's up. Oh, in and out. So that benefits the Patriots. Patriots going to have some options on what they want to do on this possession if they get the offensive glass. No need for that. She makes the second one. And our score is 74-76. with just
Full timeout.
a couple of seconds left in this ball game. We just have a full timeout, so we'll take a break. 19 seconds to go when we come back. This is the Patriots Sports Network.
Over Mount Olive. Patriots
Some news from over at the softball field. Patriots lost that first game against Mount Olive by a score of 4-3, but they won the second game against Mount Olive by a score of 2-0. So a good pitching effort that time by the Patriots, I'm assuming, in that 2-0 shutout to split the afternoon doubleheader. Okay, let's see what happens now. The Patriots will inbound the ball. Oliver has it. Man-to-man defense. No, they're matchup zone. Oliver, 10 on the shot clock. Kicks it over to Johnson. Johnson drives in, kicks it back. Oliver skips, steps back for three. No good. And the Lakers have possession. And there's going to be a foul with about a second on the game clock. I don't quite think they got the shot they were looking for. So they're trying to figure out how much time is on the clock. I'm assuming it'll be just over 1 second. But it looks like the Lakers are going to come in and squeak away a victory. The Patriots, with 2-0, had a 9-point lead and did not score until it got under a minute, and that was all she wrote. So good job by the Lakers to stay in this one. And keep fighting and come away with a victory, as the Patriots just could not put this ball game away. Under 3 minutes to go in it. First free throw is missed. Second free throw rattles around. So the Patriots So there is a foul with 0.4 seconds. So the Patriots, I still don't think they can figure out any kind of way to win this one. Maybe a made free throw, and I don't think we're going to have any time. I believe the foul is going to foul out Lubin. And Oliver is still on the ground. I think she got elbowed in the head. Coach Porter's out there checking on her, so is the trainer. Looks like she may have lost a contact, perhaps. Coach Porter's looking for something on the ground. She's seeing a little stars, but she's coming down. There's 0.2 seconds. I don't know with 0.2 seconds if there's even a possibility of getting a tap back on a missed free throw. The only scenario I can think of is she has to make the first one and then purposely miss the second one and hope that one of the Patriots can tap it back up in the glass and send this one to overtime.
Shooting free throws, number 33.
So Oliver is going to come out of the ball game, and Bree White is going to shoot her free throws for her. And White puts up the first one and knocks it in. So the Patriots do have some rebounders in there. Now, Brianna's got to understand that she can't go until... And this game is over. So the Patriots, a good job by White to miss the second free throw, gave themselves an opportunity. And the Patriots are going to lose this heartbreaker, a game that I really thought they had, not in the bag, but they really had an opportunity to win with about 2.5 minutes to go and a 9-point lead. And that lead just kept on evaporating and evaporating. And the Lakers just kept on making free throws. And the Patriots didn't get their offense set up. They went cold. They tried to slow things down, and kind of like the prevent defense in football, some people say the prevent defense prevents you from winning, and it kind of looked like when the Patriots took the foot off the gas, that was all she wrote, unfortunately. So, wow, what a disappointing loss there for the Patriots. Francis Marion is going to fall to 0-6. 0-5 in the Peach Belt Conference, and Clayton State is going to go to 7-2. 7-2 in the Peach Belt Conference. So that's going to really help them solidify one of those top 4 spots because they're really in third. Technically, they're in 4th position right now, but Augusta only has played 1 ball game, so they're 1-0 in the conference. And Clayton State has a much better resume right now at 7-2 in the conference. So our star player of the game is Lauren Taylor. What a magnificent night she had, especially that third quarter that just was impressive. She ends the night with 23 points, 9 rebounds, and an assist. So once again, don't forget that the Patriots women will be back on the floor at 5:30 p.m. on Monday, and both of the basketball squads will be right here at the Smith Center on Saturday afternoon. Women's game tipping off at 1:30, men's around 3:30. So, for everybody on the production crew, I'm Hubert Setzler. This is the Patriot Network. Good night.
The desire and the love to take care of people is something that you kind of have innate. You kind of just have that thing. But Francis Marion gave me the principles, and they taught me the core values. They taught me leadership qualities, and they've just been foundational and offered a family that I can keep going back to. So even though my personal biological family didn't go to a university, and I didn't really get any experience, wisdom from them for that, I gained a family that could tell me all about college and even the afterlife of college by coming to Francis Marion. And I'm not sure you would have that with, other universities. Throughout the nurse practitioner program, you're already a nurse, and you're a devoted nurse, and you don't want to just quit. And that was another thing I specifically picked this program, was because I was able to look at the curriculum and know that I could work. I even asked a couple of the professors, one being Dr. Hopla, before I started the program, and even she told me, yes, you can still work while you do this. And I did. I worked 40 hours a week, 5 days a week. Sometimes it had to be six days a week to get my 40 hours in, and I still did the nurse practitioner program. It wasn't easy, but nothing worth having is easy. Which the benefit of having classmates and professors that were both working and studying is, we would get worked up and worried about how would we ever do this. And then they would say, well, I can work these 2 12-hour shifts on the weekends and then have the week to study. Or a professor may say, well, you can get creative with your hours here. So you can tell that they've done this, that you can tell that they've gotten creative with their time as well. And then all of a sudden it doesn't feel like such a daunting task because, again, you gain wisdom from their experience.
Choosing a college isn't easy. There are lots of choices to make and so many variables to consider. How do you know when you've found just the right place? The right college will make you feel at home, and that begins with a sense of place. At Francis Marion University, we have a beautiful campus that's safe, well-maintained, and filled with smiling faces. It's the kind of place where you feel you belong, where you wake up in the morning and know that the day ahead will be one you'll savor and enjoy. Now, that doesn't mean life at FMU is easy. There will be challenges. Hard work is expected. We take our academics seriously. You should too. Earning one of our degrees is a real achievement. But some toil, some time invested in a difficult task, that's okay. That's how you grow, how you become someone. FMU is a comprehensive public university, and when it comes to academics, our students have a wide range of choices. We offer more than 75 majors and courses of study. Our professional schools in healthcare, engineering, business, and education are all well known and respected across the state. At the same time, the arts and the sciences remain the core of what we do. They are the perfect foundation for a successful career and a meaningful life. Programs are important, and we'll continue to work to produce new curriculum that meets the needs of our changing world. But we also know that a great education is less about what is taught and more about who is doing the teaching. FMU's faculty is made up of distinguished scholars and renowned researchers. They're experts in their field and expert teachers too. They love the give and take of the classroom and revel in the progress their students make. In FMU's intimate academic environment, where small classes are the norm, you'll get to know a lot of these dedicated men and women. Some you will remember forever. The academic work and its rewards are why you are here. But there will be a time and place for play, too. We have more than 60 different student organizations and field teams in 14 NCAA sports. A robust schedule of extracurriculars is a big part of each semester. You'll find space here for rest and relaxation. You'll make new friends and build relationships that last a lifetime. And then, almost as quickly as it all began, it will be over. You will graduate and move on to a life and career full of promise. You'll leave memories behind. You'll leave FMU, but you'll be welcome back anytime. Home is like that, you know. Welcome home. Welcome to FMU.
Hi everybody, I'm John Sweeney, Francis Marion class of 2009. This university means a lot to me. The people that I met and the experiences I had here, I cherish to this day. Over the next couple of minutes, I want to take you on a tour of this university that means so much to me. I want to show you my university. The first thing I'll mention, and I imagine it's the first thing you'd notice, is that Francis Marion is a beautiful place. It's just outside the city of Florence, but the university is not in the city. It's in a rural setting. It's pretty, peaceful, and safe. FMU's main campus is carved out of some 400 acres of former farms and forests in a delightfully natural way. We're under a canopy of mature trees. Thousands of native plants were cultivated to form an attractive landscape that FMU students pass through every day. The campus is beautiful year-round, but the azaleas are particularly amazing in the spring. It's a beautiful place to visit, but it's an even better place to go to school. And you are here to go to school, to learn, and grow as a person. That will happen here at FMU. Now, we have some terrific laboratory and classroom spaces. Come on, let's go take a look. This is Founders Hall, our main classroom building. I spent a lot of time here. McNair and Leatherman are home to the sciences. I didn't spend a lot of time here. Nope, not here either. Now this looks familiar. Welcome to the Hyman Fine Arts Building. A new Honors Center is currently under construction on campus, and in the past few years, FMU has built an impressive presence in downtown Florence. This new campus includes the FMU Performing Arts Center, the Carter Center for Health Sciences, University Place, and coming soon, the Leatherman Medical Complex. And in the near future, we'll begin work on a freshwater ecology lab not far from the main campus. We've even got planetariums and simulation labs. But academics here are about more than buildings. They're about community, about people. You form bonds with classmates and professors, and the classes are great. Our professors are experts in their fields, and they love to be in the classroom. You'll learn a lot about the major you choose. You'll hear more about that later. And you'll learn a lot about life. Francis Marion is an interesting place with a diverse student population. We have older students who are coming back to study for their second career, and lots of hard-working students with jobs both on and off campus, which means there are some commuters here. But many of our students live right here in our residence halls, which means we have a rich on-campus environment. The Forest Villas are modern apartments with nice amenities. But a lot of upperclassmen love the Village Apartments, Francis Marion's original student housing. They're conveniently located to campus, the outdoor pool is right next door, and they have recently been remodeled and upgraded. An assortment of eateries, snack bars, and coffee shops provide needed fuel. The Smith University Center, the largest building on campus, is a great place to hang out and blow off a little steam. Our 60-plus student organizations add to the mix by hosting a wide range of events throughout the year. Everything from FMU's Got Talent to the President's Bowl Quiz Tournament to First Friday and the annual student competitions at Arts International. It is a good thing they didn't have these when I was here. I wouldn't have ever left. Athletics plays an important role here at Francis Marion. We've got great facilities like Griffin Athletic Complex and lots of successful teams. FMU athletes have won 5 national championships in just 50 years, and we've produced dozens of legendary players. Our athletes come from across the country and around the globe. They add to the flavor of the student body. Athletes are always among our very best students. We think that's the way it should be. By the way, the very first game on this field pitted Francis Marion against the defending national champions from the University of South Carolina. Wonder who won that game? Oh yeah, I remember. Well, that's a quick look around campus. I didn't get a chance to show you everything, and we didn't talk about everything. Like this guy, our namesake, General Francis Marion. But hopefully I gave you an idea of what a wonderful place FMU is and how much it means to alumni like me. This place is special. It's my university. Maybe you'll make it yours.
Let me paint you a picture. All of the graduates, all of the faculty, all of the administration, all of the Board of Trustees is decked out in their regalia. Their black robes, their hats, their gold tassels. It's just a most beautiful picture of a very formal kind of occasion. And here we march into the gymnasium, and the music is playing, and the gym is packed. And as we come in, and as you look up at all those people, you see families, huge families. You see not just mama and daddy and 2 brothers and a sister, but there's grandmama and granddaddy, there's the aunt and the uncle, they're the cousins, they're the next door neighbors, And you know why all those people are there? Because this is the very first one, the very first graduate. And I can guarantee you that when you go to that graduation, you leave with a tear in your eye. Because it's so, so special.